Hey, this is Blake Burke. I play baseball for Tennessee, and you're listening to the No Playbook podcast.
D1 is the place for the athlete. When you join the D1 team, you don't just go to a gym. You're part of a team, a family.
Family on three. 1, 2, 3. Family.
Something more than just a gym.
Here we go.
If you're looking for a place to get better, to improve, to strive for the goals that you have, then D1 might be the right place for you. Book your free one-on-one assessment today. Don't wait.
Ready, 1, 2, 3.
D1. Yo.
What up? How you doing?
Good, man. How are things?
Good. They're good.
Thank you. Thank you for joining me. I like that hat, first off.
Thank you.
That's
It was a team issued one. We got our 22 year.
right on. Yeah, that's a good one. Did you
Yeah.
have practice today of any kind?
No, we were off today since we had that scrimmage yesterday.
What is the schedule like right now? I guess you guys have got a lot of, as we're, I guess, recording this in October.
Well, it changes by day, obviously. Our schedule is kind of just a lift and a scrimmage, but I guess my schedule would be I'm doing like an internship with nutrition. So my Monday, Wednesdays I start early. I wake up at like 6:30, go work from 7 to 11, go to class at 11:30, and then I get to the field around 12 or probably around 1 o'clock. And that's when I get my day started at the field.
That's with like the University of Tennessee Nutrition Department?
Yeah. It's up in it's our Olympic weight room. There's like a little nutrition spot up there. And I just
Yeah.
bring it down to the field.
So are you trying to do
Stuff
like
that.
kinesiology or that kind of stuff, or just sports management?
Sport management. I'm kind of doing that just for like class. We have to do a certain amount of hours for my major, so I just decided to do that because I knew somebody up there.
I remember even when I was coming to school, seeing that Tennessee had a good sports management department. That was certainly one of the things that seemed interesting.
Yeah. I wanted to do it just because that's something I'm interested in, and I know I don't really want to leave baseball ever in my life. So, I mean, I don't know what I want to do when I'm older, but like I feel like it's going to include baseball.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I know I want to play, but after I'm done playing, I don't know what I want to do.
right. I mean, as long as you stay healthy, I would imagine that you've got probably a good prospect for a good playing career, though.
Yeah, I hope so.
Hey, what does the team look like this year? A lot of new guys, new faces, but last year obviously making it to the World Series, pretty exciting.
Yeah. A lot of new guys for sure, but new guys with experience. That's kind of something we didn't have in the lineup last year. Which I think experience is big. We have a lot of young pitchers though, but a lot of talent across the board on the team. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see what we got in these next coming scrimmages because we played well against Virginia Tech, 1 through 18 innings.
Nice. So, I had Coach Vitello on back in the day. You played with Evan Russell, right?
Yes, I
Okay.
played one for them.
Okay. So, yeah, I've had Evan Russell on the show, Christian Scott last year, worked with a lot of folks at D1. Oh, Zach Joyce was on the podcast last year. But I was really wanting to hear from you, your perspective, because a lot of those guys are from even this kind of region, but you being from California, that's pretty interesting. Like what made you decide to come to Tennessee?
Well, first off, the coaches, and I knew that they wanted to win, and that's kind of something I was looking forward to do in college baseball. I wanted to win. So, I mean, that kind of made it easier on choosing where to go. I also didn't have much scholarship offers coming out of high school. I only had pretty much two here in Cal Berkeley. But I mean, other than that, I mean, people were talking to me, but I didn't get any other offers than that.
Yeah. But I mean, Cal Berkeley, that's obviously much closer to where you were.
Yeah.
Did your
Yeah.
folks mind?
No, they wanted me to do whatever I wanted to do. But one thing they didn't make me do is wait a little bit to make sure I was making the right decision. So they wanted me to look through all my possible situations and pick the best one. And
Yeah.
they didn't let me commit for a while, but I knew I wanted to come here from the first phone call I had.
What's Vitello like on the recruiting trail?
He's good. I mean, he gets a lot of people here. Um, him and Elander too. He he was the one that was recruiting me the most. And I mean they all do a great job. They all make you feel welcome. They all want you to come here. They'll make it feel like you want to come here. And when you get here, they act the same way, which I
Yeah.
know is a lot different than some other places, but I feel like they're pretty real with you on what they're like, and I mean how they treat you when you
Yeah.
get here.
I got to
Yeah.
have a fun conversation with Coach Anderson recently. He was at actually a Farragut football game because he was there just kind of recruiting one of the guys
Oh yeah. Yeah.
that plays football. But for Farragut, but he just kind of came over to the D1 tent and just talked for like we just talked baseball for like half an hour. It was pretty
Yeah,
fun.
he's a great guy. I mean he's interesting. Obviously, he's at a very good football game, but no, he's a great guy. I mean, he's been around baseball forever and great baseball mind. Someone that we would love to have around.
I didn't recognize him at first, not wearing a hoodie.
Yeah, he's always in long sleeve
Yeah.
clothing and pants and everything.
So the Southern Miss game, you homer and you hit it. I think it was 1,500 feet. Is is how far that ball went. Uh, was that one of your favorites? Just being like a big moment in a super regional, or do you even have a favorite?
um, it's definitely up there for sure. I think what made it even better was it was my first one in over like a month. I went through a stretch where I was struggling at the plate, and once I got that one, I kind of felt more comfortable again. So I think for different reasons, it was definitely my most favorite home run.
Yeah, it's funny the way baseball is such an emotional sport. Like I talked with Zach Joyce about basically he had the yips for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and the way like the emotional side of things can play such a big part of it.
Yeah, I mean, baseball is completely mental. You got to find ways to make your your failures positive. You got to find a way to um not make it a failing sport. Like you can't look at the 300 average and be like that's what you want to aim for. You got to look for different ways. Like you want to have good at bats 7 out of 10 times instead of trying to aim for hits, because I mean some hits could be bad swings and some good swings can be outs. I mean you can't control some things, so I think perspective is the biggest thing you can focus on in baseball.
Yeah. So actually, to that specifically, I wonder a guy like you that can, a big bat guy. You batted cleanup a lot, right?
Bounce around, yeah.
Okay. So when you're a guy like you is approaching the plate, first of all, what's your walk up song? I'm not remembering.
Last year it was "Crybaby" by Megan Stallion. The year before that it was "Draco" by Future. I don't know what it's
Okay.
going to be this year, but
Okay. But when you're walking up, are you thinking, okay, let's get focused? Or are you like getting yourself pumped up, like I'm about to knock the piss out of this ball?
um, I was so my freshman year. I started. I was like, I want to go up there and crush this
Yeah.
ball. And I mean, I kind of like flipped over to like a more calming approach, walking up to the plate, like end of freshman year, going into my sophomore year, and then I watched the McGregor documentary, and I
Okay.
remember just one part in there where he was, I mean, he said once he steps in the ring, he just feels like free, and like ever since like I saw that part, like I just like walking up to the plate, I just try to feel like free, just trying to just like let myself go.
Yeah. Do you have any kind of superstition with your game?
I mean, I have a little routine when I walk up to the plate, but there's no, I mean, very little superstition going on with me.
Yeah. Like if
I
you
think
forgot that routine, if you got into the box and realized I forgot that routine, would you get antsy?
I probably wouldn't forget it, but I also at the same time probably not.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Okay.
that's something I do. Like I go up and then I grab the barrel, I tap it twice, flip it, hit my leg, and then I swing. I mean,
Does
it's
that come from anywhere or just something you started young?
just one time I did it walking up to the plate, and I haven't stopped since then.
There you go.
I don't know. Yeah,
So I imagine you got big baseball dreams. You want to go majors, I would assume. Did you have a team that when you were in California as a child that
yeah.
you really supported?
I was a big A's fan growing up.
Like what?
Big Oakland A's fan
Got
growing
it.
up. Yeah,
That
but
sounds good.
yeah, I got to, and all my friends were Giants fans, so the early 2010s were a little bit rough when they would be winning those World Series and we keep getting knocked out in the wild card and stuff. It
Yeah.
was a little bit tough hearing it from them when they kept winning World Series and we were over there getting bounced. But
I've
now,
actually been to an A's game.
in Oakland,
Yep. Yep.
yeah,
And I've only even been to California
everybody
once.
really nobody likes their stadium. I mean I grew up going to games there, so I kind of has a special place in my heart. But
Yeah. Thoughts on
it's
Moneyball?
definitely a great movie. I love it. That's my favorite baseball movie, actually.
I mean, it's one of the best sports movies. I don't know
Yeah,
how, like factually accurate it is, but it's a hell of a movie.
I'm pretty sure it's pretty accurate to an extent, but I mean, I mean, I'm an A's fan, so I love it.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the big event coming up at Dick's House of Sport. I actually just got off the phone with Margot. She said you guys are all signed. Everything
Hmm.
is all set in place. Hunter Ensley, Billy Amick, is it?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
You can tell me nobody's listening. Is he any good?
yeah. He's really good.
Yeah, no. I
Really
remember
good.
watching him in the Clemson series last year.
Yeah, you
Uh,
should have seen what he did yesterday. That was wild. And
what
against
was that?
Virginia Tech, it was a
Oh
great
yeah.
game. Yeah.
Well, that's good. So we're excited about, having you three guys at Dick's. So D1's going to be there. You're very familiar with Angus, obviously.
Hmm. Yeah.
Can you tell me any behind the scenes stuff with Angus on the baseball diamond?
Uh, I mean, I didn't really get to see him play much because he hurt his shoulder when he was here. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't really get to watch him play at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about just any embarrassing stories that I can bring up around D1?
Oh, I wish. If I have one, I'll let you know.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Text me that later. But yeah, so we're D1's going to be there helping to coach stuff and then running like a speed and agility part also, because it's interesting. Like a lot of people don't even know that you all have to run like a 60-yard dash.
Yeah. Yeah.
So just helping folks with that kind of initial speed. But doing those events at Dick's, they're always great. I was a big part of a lot of the ones we did in the past with like Blake Tidwell, Jordan Beck, Evan Russell, some guys last year. I think Hunter was there. Did you went to an event last year there, right? Also,
No, I didn't get invited last year. No. I
okay.
haven't been to one
Um,
at Dick's yet.
well, it's going to be phenomenal. There's going to be a lot of people there. What are your thoughts about these kind of NIL events where you can interact with the community?
I mean, those are like my favorite type of NIL deals because I kind of it's hard to just take instead of like not giving back at all. Like I feel like I have to do something to earn that money. But I also think it's like really fun just to get in touch with the fans and stuff, talk to them and listen to them. I think it goes both ways there. So I really enjoy it.
Yeah, and those fans, they love it so much. Like I've got buddies that text me like they hate it when they can't make it.
Yeah.
Just because it's a chance to interact with more folks. But this one I'm looking forward to because it's not just like a meet and greet. It's really like we're gonna make it
Yeah.
baseball
Like,
clinic. Like
yeah.
the
That's something
folks
I,
are
I haven't done yet either, and I'm kind of excited to get my coaching career started. But let's see what I can do there.
Absolutely. So what do you do off the field for like training stuff when it comes to, I know you hit the weight room as a part of your like Tennessee baseball regiment, but is it like, do you do anything else like a sports training um, plan, anything like that?
Um, I would say like some extra stuff that I do is a lot of forearm workouts, jump rope and ladder. I mean, those are kind of just three simple things that I do. I mean, the jump rope and ladder are obviously just kind of more for infield and get in touch with your feet and your whole body. And I mean, I think the forearm stuff is really important for like
Do you have
power wise.
do you have a favorite like workout exercise?
And probably squat. I love squatting.
Yeah.
I mean, the past 2 years it was bench for sure, but now I love squatting.
Yeah. It's so your first base
Yeah.
is I'm trying to think, is squat one of the ones they recommend for you all? Not
I'm pretty.
squat, but I meant bench.
Oh, bench. Yeah, I think we do Swiss bar bench, which is like the bar, but the handles go like that. And
Yeah.
then I think the pitchers do dumbbell.
Right. Yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, I don't know what the difference is there, but I mean,
Yeah, there
we're
is.
we
There's like scientific difference for like what muscle group they're working on. It's crazy.
yeah.
Um, hey, so I got a quick speed round for you. So, a couple questions. Just first name that pops up when you hear this, okay?
Okay.
Okay, these are the current players. Funniest guy on the team.
Hunter Ensley.
That's what Christian Scott said. I
Yeah.
gotta hang out with this guy. Who's gonna have the longest playing career?
Um, I'll do a pitcher and a hitter. We'll
Okay.
go Drew Beam and Billy Amick.
Okay. And you can say Blake Burke if that's the answer.
I don't want to. I don't want to put myself out there.
Who would be the best coach?
Best coach. That's a good question. Probably Ethan Payne.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Um, who would you least want to date your sister?
Christian Moore.
Okay. Got it. And who could easily talk their way out of a speeding ticket?
Christian Moore, probably.
Oh, oh,
Yeah.
probably similar reasons for both of those.
Yeah. He's our biggest lawyer.
That's funny because my experience with him has to do with a mutual connection to a bad lawyer in town. Um, so I'll tell you about that off air. One, and this is not a speedy answer. One great, lasting, unforgettable sports memory for you. It could be either as a player or a spectator.
Um, I'll give both. As a player, I mean, sitting in the dugout watching St. Denton hit that home run at
It's
Clemson. I mean,
Clemson. Oh my gosh.
I was pacing up and down the dugout because I got taken out and I was in the dugout. And I mean, I was on the bullpen because the bullpen's kind of connected to the dugout. So, I mean, I was pacing, sweating, and it was. I mean, I think it was 1-2, 1-2, 0-2, whatever. And I just had everybody had a feeling like it didn't feel like it was over yet. And then he swung, and right when he swung, I mean, I kind of blacked out, but that was something I'll never forget. And and I mean, the whole game I was out, so I really probably lost 3 years of my life sitting in that dugout for the whole how many I don't even know how many innings we played extra, but yeah, that was one playing, and then this was a recent one. Uh, as a spectator, I went to an A's Yankees game this past summer, and that was Domingo Herman's perfect game. So I mean, that was pretty
Wow.
cool to see in person. Yeah.
Excellent. The A's game I was at actually, um, my dad had a Ricky Henderson foul ball and he tried to catch it. And I think it hit his hand and he didn't end up getting it.
That I mean, I have something similar like that. I was probably 12 years old, and I was at a Dodger game. and my favorite player at the time was Jock Peterson, and he had a home run like just directly at us, and my friend's dad dropped the ball, and it just, I mean, it was nowhere near us after that, but
All right.
I haven't forgiven him.
Yeah, as you shouldn't. All right, man. Thank you so much. I'm gonna put this out and help Dix promote that event, and
Okay.
we'll be in touch. But I'm gonna be there, probably like emceeing that event, and Angus will be there, one of our strength coaches. But we'll be helping to move things along. Hope we get a lot of folks out there.
Yeah, of course. That'd be fun.
Cool. Thanks, Blake. Have a great one, buddy.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. You too.
See you, man.